So here we go with the video of the 2013 ski Nautique. It's Team 200 open bow. We just took the cover off, looks good. We did a little wipe down, a little cleaning, nothing major. You have to do a little bit of work on the carpets, clean those up, normal spring stuff, but as you can see, it's really shiny. No dings, no tears. It's a little bitty bubble there is just where it was sitting in the garage. So the cushions were stored in the garage, but that pops right out. You know, it's not even vacuum carpet yet. It still looks pretty good. You can see. Come around on the windshield. We wipe that down. It's reflecting off the kind of crummy Michigan day. I mean, it's shining this much, and just for an idea, that's what we have for sky, like total clouds. So she's looking good. Some people are asking about the zero off. It does have the 2-puck system. I think you can upgrade that to a 1-puck system. I didn't ever see the need. It picks up like 12 satellites. It's just ridiculous how accurate it's been. It's never let me down. It does have the bendable tongue trailer. I know a few people are asking me about this boat, but I'm going to put this on YouTube as well. See if we get any hits there. We had, I guess it's a Phoenix trailer. Nautique built trailer. So when the tongue comes down, it does fold under the nose of the bow. So it's the length of the boat that takes the entire length. So there's no overhang. So the one guy had a good question, like if I took the platform off, is the trailer hanging over? And it's not. So it'd be the amount of the trailer. And it looks like maybe the back of the rudder is for the spot back, but you can kind of twist that as well. So it's really no big deal. Trailer's looking good. Hardly ever used. You know, once a year, bring it to the lake. Maybe pull it out once for cleaning, and then bring her home. It's got the metal grip kind of things. You can see the side of it's looking pretty good. Looking, you know, I did mention to everyone it's not in showroom condition, so there's a little mark there. So there's going to be little marks. The bump rail's got some marks. I'm going to try to buff that one out. That is a scratch, but it's not through the gel, and I have a buffing wheel. I can give you references on my buffing ability. It's pretty good. I refinish electric guitars for a side gig. I get them to shine pretty good. So this is just pretty much right out of the box with a quick cleaning. Quick. I mean, we spent a couple of hours on it. It's not like it was no cleaning at all. It looks good. These metal pieces are pretty much shining like crazy. There's the reflection of my tree in the black. And to give you an idea, this black is this metallic-y silver thing, and it's much more forgiving for, you know, taking the lake water off. But the neat thing about this boat is all the key areas underneath the red are the white parts, so it's easy to clean. It's just a lot easier than having a colored portion down there. This big tree really, this guy's pretty much older than any of us. I mean, the guy is gotta be 100 years old, but who knows? The house is 90 years old, so I'd say in that range. So didn't squirt off this underside yet. We're gonna do that, but just to give you a look, I need to clean the platform a little bit, but no worries, she's looking good. That guy is for the barefooting people. Propeller's perfect. The rudder's perfect. They got this little tabby thing at the end that sticks out, so there's some watermarks on it, but it's in no dings or anything. The trailer's looking good. The underside's this nice white. So never did peel off the dealer logo, so you can do that if you want. There's another little ding, maybe hit with a buffer. So there's some dings, but it's not anything that's out of the ordinary for a boat that's been used 5 years. Took a little guy here. That was kind of annoying. I kind of hit the dock or the lift occasionally. That's a sticker that goes over, so there's a black gel coat underneath, and the sticker goes over that, and it gives it this kind of zebra effect there. So you can buy those. Miami Nautique's the best place to get that kind of stuff. So it's below the rail. You don't really see it. This kind of one on top, you see maybe a little bit more. Most of it's in the sticker. It is what it is. Not a showroom new. That's probably a little guy there. I don't want to be over exaggerating the flaws, but I mean there's a couple flaws, but the sticker I think is like 180 bucks and covers most of that. The one lake I go to, they took the sticker right off, and then it looks kind of funky with just the black, but it works. I mean, so those are the questions. The interior looks pretty good. Looking pretty good. The engine compartment looks good. Seats look good. The this mirror, I gotta show you this mirror. It apparently it's a $595 option when you upcharge to this mirror that looks the shape of a boat. So I guess they thought that was cool. It when I first got it, we had the mirror sticking out like this, but it's supposed to kick back like that. It stays in its spot pretty nice. Just be careful when it's down like that and you lift it up that your finger is not stuck in there. Keep your fingers away from that spot, because I had this boat 5 years, never did this, but look at that. Caught that guy in there. So I got a nice blood blister happening. So still a little cobweb hanging. I don't know if the camera picks that up. So it's not been interior super cleaned or anything, but she's looking good, I think. Got the open bow, which is really nice, and it's an easy walk through. I just pulled the, if you leave the seat out, I'll show you the seat in another video, but there's a jump seat that goes here if you want to have another person that looks backwards. But this guy, it's just easy access. I mean, I'm doing this with one hand. I'm gonna walk to the front of the boat. I wouldn't cruise with sitting in the open bow, but it really is nice when you're kicking back and you kick your feet up, relax while you're just sitting docked waiting for your next set. So there we go on that. I really like this boat. It's been good to me. I just, honestly, I have multiple other lakes that I ski at now with a whole assortment of social friends at those lakes that they're always saying, why don't you come over here more? It's like, well, I got my own boat. I kind of want to go and use that at that lake. So I'm thinking now's the time, get rid of it and keep, go with those other lakes more, be more, a little more social. It's a little more driving for me, but drive a little more, not have to spend as much time maintaining the boat. There's this guy, the little discolorations, that's just a little dirt, because this big monster tree does, when we took the cover off to clean, I mean, little stuff falls down, so we're going to put the cover on as soon as I'm done with this video. But there was, I mentioned to a couple people that right in this spot, I thought it wore down to the gel, which really didn't make any sense, because the gel is typically a 1/4 inch of colored gel. So that piece rubbed out. I took a picture on my phone, but it doesn't matter. That was a little white speck that my buddy Mike uses a start ski, and he paints it white so he can see it in the water. So these little white marks were paint from his ski. Not like he's banging the ski off this thing, but you know, you touch it here and there. So that buffed out. There's like a little tiny scratch there that I'm gonna work on a little bit. So there's a couple in here, but this is, remember, where your ski rope kind of is gonna go back and forth over that section of the boat. So one guy asked me about the removable cleats. This boat does, of all options, does not have that. I think you might put it here, but I'm not even sure what kind of cleat that would be because there's not a lot of room. It's open underneath, so maybe that's where they put it. But I think you know your rope would be going over here when you slalom ski. So I think the true enthusiast would skip that. But you know, again, you can see this is, you know, she's shining. She looks good even with this dull sky that we have. So we're gonna do a vacuum and clean up of the carpet, but you can see there's no tears or anything. It's weird that they use carpet in boats, but that's what they do. So you got to clean the carpets. I typically take it to a quarter car wash and spray those down with the suds, wash it out real good, and then you have to let it dry. So you don't want to do that at the beginning of the season because then the boat doesn't have a chance to dry. And then here's what we look like with the dash and everything. It's kind of cool looking. Steering wheel looks good. And I'm going to slide over here and slide this seat back. I'm a tall guy, so I got to put it all the way back. So this is what you get when you're driving the boat. This is the look. See your skier up there? Probably pull that down a little bit. Oh, there's me, old Chris. Gray-haired Chris. Pull this guy down and there you go. So there's my extra winter tires for the car, a little Michigan drive. And this is not a mark or anything. Just you wash that stuff. Water, you know, you get water on a boat, so you do have to wipe this stuff down. It's just how it is. This Velcro is when we use the seat. We put the Velcro there to keep the seat from the wind blowing it. I've seen some guys that have a little wind breaker that goes down there. We've never really done that. I've seen it, don't know how it goes, but it's possible. So we're covering that spot from a wind tunnel when you go skiing on those cold mornings, which I kind of try to avoid nowadays. It's fun, but I'd rather ski when it's warm. Just come back another day. So those are two heater ducts for the heater system, and there's the master switch for the boat, and there's are they fuses? You blow a fuse, so they're circuit breakers. So if you blow something, you pop those out. But that big red switch is nice on this boat, where you just turn the whole power off, and it shuts off everything except for the bilge pump. I used to have a Malibu that had those little rocker switches there, and I didn't have a kill switch like that. So sometimes when I put the cover on, you'd bump one of those switches and some little light would turn on, which would be no big deal normally. But if you're leaving the boat for a couple days, that's, you know, going to drain your battery down. So the Nautique has that down pat. It's not an issue. I like that feature a lot. Let's see, it's got the switches from slalom to trick. I think the trick thing engages that little platform in the back. For a slalom skier like myself, it's only something else that would get moved inadvertently, so I keep it always in the slalom. But you can see it takes a little pressure, but it's not like it's stuck or anything. The shifter, it's like effortless shift or effortless throttle. Pops in reverse. The thing's just effortless. So the one thing I'll say is that I don't know why I used to have the tendency with other boats when I was in gear to pull up on this and try to find the center. And this one, you just don't do that. You pull it back, it pops into reverse or into neutral. Let me do that again. You pull it back, there's low gear, but it just pops into neutral, and it can't go into reverse unless you pull this thing. So just, I never thought about it before, but just keep your hands off that when you're shifting into neutral. It's like not how you're supposed to do it. If you're in reverse, same thing. Goes forward, it stops at neutral. It can't go forward until you re-engage that again. It's got the regular old push the button in for the high idle. You can't do it with one hand. You do have cigarette lighter guy down here. Not sure why. you're smoking when you're driving the boat, I guess. But it's got this USB port, which does work to plug your iPhone into the stereo system, and that works. I forget. I think I was plugging a USB stick in there, and that seems to work. Never really used that jack. I think it must be an audio input or something. But it's kind of nice with the USB. You can play an iPhone through there, or you can play just a memory stick. Works for either one. And you got a couple speakers back here, and I guess no speakers up front on this one. I think my other boat had front speakers. So you got a pair there and a pair there, and it sounds pretty good, but usually I'm skiing, so don't use that. I'll put the battery in and do another video and show some of the electronics. It's got cool features. Not sure if I'm going to do that tonight. I'll give it a shot. If I do, the one feature that's really kind of cool is it's got a GPS because of the zero off. So the GPS will track where you've been on the boat, so you can get back to where you were. And for the lake we were on, I was maybe half a mile from the ski course, this little windy path around a bend, so it would show me if I was right on that path or not, and it would keep all those trails over the year. So that was kind of cool, so I like that. Here's your platform. I really do like this fiberglass platform. The wood looks nice, but it's just one more thing to clean. So this I'm going to blast off with a power washer at the corner car wash. It comes out real nice. It's got, if you've never seen these are kind of like touchy foamy things. It's like a hard foam, so when your ski goes on there, you're not going to scratch your ski, you're not going to mess up the platform, and it works pretty good. So I like that. They kind of thought of everything on this boat. This guy here, one of my buddies thought that was the goofiest thing. If you put the the back seat in there, you don't see that, but to be honest, it's really thought in well. So you hop in after you're skiing, you just stand here, and the water accumulates in this box, and that goes right to the bilge, so you don't get it on your boat. And you got a little spot for to put your wet stuff. Like I typically put my ski gloves in there, so they're not elsewhere in the boat. You put your stuff. The lubricant for the guys that wear the rubber boots. I have a power shell boot, a reflex, because I hurt my leg a few years ago with a failure to release, and don't trust those rubber boots anymore. So with the reflex, so far so good. If I hurt my leg again, then I'm never going to ski anymore. It was pretty intense, but it is what it is. You can see that even the white stuff is shining all pretty good in this low light conditions. So that's what we got. Went a little longer than I thought, but maybe I'll give you guys one more shot of the front. Hop off this boat, jump down. There we go. So she's looking good up there. Oh, when I did these MC numbers, you probably, or for sure, you're gonna have to get your own in whatever state. But this guy had this kind of shadowy look to it, and I thought it looked pretty neat. So give them a few extra bucks when they make your MC numbers instead of getting those ugly square ones. I mean, it really kind of fits right in. But that's what she looks like in the front. Again, you got the white underneath, which is super friendly to cleaning as opposed to having a color down there. So it still gives you the pattern that looks pretty good. The only issue I've had with the red, that being from Michigan, people tell me that is more of the Ohio State colors. I said, it's not the exact color. They said, literally, it's the exact color of the, whatever they are in Ohio. They're not the Crimson Tide, or they're the Buckeyes, or whatever their colors are. So if you're from Ohio, this would be really the bomb. But, I like red. Red looks cool. It's a lot of white on the inside, so it's you're not bogged down with colors. And oh yeah, I was gonna say, I was a little concerned for a minute when I was first started cleaning the stitching, because I thought that the stitching was stained, but it's not. You can tell that It's that is a black stitching and that is a white stitching. So the black looks good. They had 1 year later. It was really bizarre. They had used the wrong color thread, and everyone's thread when the water hit it was bleeding the ink all over the ski cover. And I guess if you caught it soon enough, Ski Nautique would replace your cover. If you didn't catch it soon enough, then you had another bill. So, but this one has stood the test of time. Everything on this boat has stood the test of time. Really no issues at all. I've had 4 ski boats. I had a 2000 Malibu. I think it was a LX, maybe. Then went to a 2005 Malibu LXI. That was a nice one. It was a little. The LX you had to step over the over to get to the open bow. The LXI had to open. The LXI was pretty nice. It was had a gas can fill on both sides of the boat, which I thought was kind of neat. But Ski Nautique on this model, especially, puts it right in the middle, and it's in an easy spot, so you can set your tank here and do your siphon, and it works. Where the older boats that one of my friends have had the thing on the side, I think it was. You pull it out and it doesn't quite fit the gas can, doesn't quite fit the funnel. Gas is everywhere. I mean, you can work out those kinks, but you know, it's a little more friendly to just set the tank right on top, do your siphon, ready to go. If you're at a gas station, doesn't matter because you're at a gas station, but you know, that's how we roll. Oh, the little sun came out over the top of the neighbor's house, so you could see the kind of cool flake. You know, so when you're looking straight on, the camera makes it look a little more silvery, I'd say, than it is. So, I mean, it is. Gosh, it's really picking that up. It makes it look like a fishing boat or something, but in reality, there's rarely that much sun that gets it that sparkle. That's just this low-lying sun. So usually that's the look you see over there, and the sparkle I think makes it a lot more user-friendly. And there we go. So that's your Ski Nautique Open Bow 200.